Did you receive a divine redirection this past weekend? It's astrology time. Let's look at the energy for the week ahead. That is mostly because we have had Venus on the South Node in Virgo, prompting for major release around outdated versions of worthiness, our values within relationships and money. Now that is going to continue this week, although it will be easing up. This week will be about integrating the changes and making the transformations that this past weekend brought up for us that we need to make. As Mercury moves into Scorpio on Monday, it will challenge Pluto in Aquarius, catapulting us into a mental transformation brought about by any challenges or conflicts we face. Also on Monday, the moon moves into Aries over Neptune. So Monday might start out a little foggy, a little emotionally spacey. Like we know it needs to be done, but we don't really have all the answers yet. This is really not a time to be making major decisions. We're still kind of in a liminal space. But later on Monday, we will have the full moon in Aries. A full moon is when the moon is opposite the sun. The sun is in Libra. I'll be doing a full moon workshop in my Inner Circle membership on Monday for this full moon because it's a big one. We're really wrapping up 2-year cycles around changes to our sense of self, our identity, and any wounds that we have been triggered to heal that still linger in this area of life that we have Aries ruling. That will be amplified on Tuesday as the moon moves over Chiron and Aries. In both, challenge Jupiter and Cancer. There might be emotional wounding or triggers brought up that challenge our sense of expansion, especially as it relates to what we need in order to nurture and support ourselves right now. Tuesday could be really challenging for that reason, and Mercury is exactly challenging Pluto. So expect to be triggered into a transformation as it relates to your mindset, the story you're telling yourself about everything that's happening. What needs to change about your story to change the experience? Wednesday, the moon moves into Taurus and adds tension to that. The release of this, though, is through finding our joy. We might be inspired to take some bold, courageous action, acting from a place of confidence. Or again, what we need to light us up, to shift our mood and feel a little better about the heaviness. Later on Wednesday, the moon is going to be opposite Mars and Scorpio, so there could be some tension between the transformation we need to act on and where we're being emotionally pulled. Kind of like we're at odds with a transformation versus our comfort zone. Don't let the comfort zone hold you back from what is actually going to be better for you when you just take the leap into the unknown. There could be some emotional breakthrough around that on Thursday as the moon is going to harmonize with Venus and Virgo. But Venus is starting to add tension to Saturn and Pisces, which could create a push and pull between how we're refining our values, money, relationships, and our internal sense of discipline. Again, we're really in this liminal space. Don't try to force clarity or decisions. Now's not the time to be making them. Let life show you what is going to be best for you through flowing and surrender. There could be a sudden change or transformation around that as on Friday, the moon moves into Gemini and over Uranus. It will harmonize with Pluto. This could be the energy of getting the answers you're seeking. As later on Friday, the moon is going to harmonize with the sun in Libra, giving us a kind of emotional clarity. That will continue into Saturday. And then the moon in Gemini will challenge Venus in Virgo, as well as Saturn in Pisces. These are challenges and friction between what you're needing to be disciplined with, where you're pulled emotionally, and again, what you're changing about your values, relationships, and money. The release of this tension and energy is through doing something that's going to bring you joy, maybe a sense of adventure, exploration. Big message right now of do not get caught up in the tidal wave of challenges. What is working? What is flowing? How can you focus on that and really shift your mood by doing things that bring you joy and let the conflicts work themselves out? There could be even more emotional clarity around all of this on Sunday as the moon moves into Cancer and harmonizes with Mercury and Scorpio. Feel any feelings that come up and know that you can shift them through your intention and what you're choosing to focus on. How is this all showing up for you? Let me know in the comments. Come find me on YouTube for your horoscope for this week ahead based on your rising sign. And I'll see you next week.